Alright, for week 2 our assignment was to go through and update all of the HTML to make it a little bit more semantic, and go through our successes and what we still need to do. So as far as my site, it definitely needed a lot of work. Let me just go ahead and show you what the original site was. And if you guys want to go see it, this is published at thenewdancemachine.com. This is actually an up and running site right now, so definitely some updates that needed to happen. After speaking with Mr. Bloom, there really was no reason here to have my title on here twice. The logo tells you who the company is, and then going ahead and here, and they said this is kind of busy, which I totally agree with. This stuff was implemented later, so it kind of really, pumped it with too much content up there. Also, we talked about what are the social icons doing, and in fact they're taking people away from my site. So what I did is I just took them out in general. Eventually I might go ahead and put them in the footer, but for now I'm going to go ahead and try to get rid of them. My header was kind of hard to do. Like I said in the last video, the fixed navigation, the fixed header was kind of out of my league at the time that I was doing it. So you can see there's kind of things here like I was kind of trying to hack it a little bit by creating a div and a container here to contain that. But you can see right here it washes out a little bit. So with the updated site, let's just go and see what I've done. A lot of the things were just, there was a bunch of divs in here that didn't need to be in here. The header itself is actually going ahead and taking the space of the entire project or the entire canvas, and then this div is actually inside of it going to 996. I also have two H1s here. One is my actual, let me just go and preview, is the actual icon right here, and then after that, that one is basically so the search engines can know what it is. That one I am tossing off with -999 text indent. So I didn't want to mess with anything as far as the off-canvas stuff and getting rid of the classes and IDs here. This stuff is all for SlickNav, and the more that I go into it, the more that I will change that stuff. But for now, this is a live site, so I don't want to mess with that too much. I can put a little bit more time into that and get going on with that, but I just wanted to start with transforming the site from where it is right now. But again, I did go and take off some of the classes and some of the divs to make it a little bit more semantic, putting the login area actually in a list item, which I'll go ahead and show you. So I basically redid the entire header. So let me just show you what it used to look like. So it's kind of cluttered up here, and there's just a lot of stuff going on. And then here's the updated site, and that's not it, but this will be, I think. Okay, so I went ahead here and changed the entire layout of the site. In the first video I said I wanted to make this an entire, the entire width. So I went ahead and made that the entire width, took it out of the container. This is still in a container, which leaves it at the 996, I think, or 960 pixels, along with the header up here. I've also changed the font, so font was just something that wasn't legible, underlined or not. It's just, it was hard to read. Yeah, it was kind of nice, but I'm going to stick away from the cursive stuff. I just went with Myriad Pro. If it's good enough for Apple, it's good enough for me. So all this stuff here, I redid the header, went ahead and cleaned that all up. I also went and kind of used positioning to get this over the top of the CSS carousel. There's a lot of work that needs to be done there as well. I don't know if I should be able to take, if I should be taking this out of the HTML. As far as all these images, and then how to actually, should I leave them just as images? That's something I'm going to have to work on. But all these were divs. There was a huge div section here, and instead I went and changed it to semantic sections with sections inside of them. I'm still using the grid system, which I might change as well because I want to use a larger grid system. I have big monitors, so when I work, I find that the 960 pixels, or 996 even, is just not large enough for me. Doesn't work too well on my large displays. The footer and everything kind of stayed the same, but again, the slick nav stuff I'm not going to mess with. But overall, what I changed, I really like. I really like the new wide landscape of this, and then the instant quote and things like that. So it's a good start. I definitely think it still needs some improvement. Like I said about the 996 thing, I don't need to be constrained to that. I have a huge screen here, which I have a lot of wasted space. In fact, I might actually want to take this stuff and do success stories, and then do one success story with, instead of a picture that's this way, a portrait, I could actually have it be the same as one of these, and then just split the site into 3 or 4 different things. I like the way that looks, instead of, I don't know, this looks like an older site to me. It's broken up in that many ways. But besides that, I mean, it's a good start. I think we'll see what I can come up with from here.